be the same like
you ready?
Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sasha and today we are watching and reacting to NCT 127 and their new music video, dance practice, and performance video for Ayo. I have not heard this song. I did hear that this is a repackaged album, which is very exciting for them. And I have more exciting news. I think I learned everyone in 127's name. Why did I learn their names, besides the fact that I was always going to and I really wanted to? I'll tell you why. My very good friend Donna, she sent me 2 of the 2 Baddies albums and asked, hey, will you make me bookmarks of these for Johnny? And I said, hell yeah, I will. Absolutely, I would love to. And then she said, whatever other bookmarks you make, you can totally sell, and that's fine with me. Is she not the best, sweetest person ever? So, in order to make the bookmarks and to separate them by people, I had to learn names. So I think I learned names, and I'm gonna test myself in this video today. Please don't make fun of me if I get it wrong. Names and faces are hard for me, so I'm really doing my best. Those bookmarks, by the way, are up on my Etsy shop right now, dreamingofstarsco.etsy.com, or the link is always in the description down below. If you are an NCT fan and a fan of reading, like me, go ahead, check them out. They're schmexy. I had a great time making them. It was so much fun. But now, we're gonna watch a new music video and hear a new song. And I also have heard that Haechan is back, which is both exciting and a little worrisome because I just hope he's feeling better and is doing better and is not rushing into a comeback if he needs more time off. But hey, he's an adult. I trust him to make the best decision for himself, and I would hopefully trust his company to do the same. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So, let's start with the music video. I'm excited. That's Mark.
Hey yo, look, things will never be the same like
Who's got the little puppy hat? I can't see who that is. This is Taeyong, our leader. I love the hair. Haechan! Woo! I also need to focus on the music. Oh, that's Dooyoung! And then that's Jaehyun? I think he might be one of my bias. That's Taeil. And that's Jungwoo! Taeil. Johnny! Who's behind it? Yusha, probably. Yeah! Dooyoung. Haechan. I love his little rock vibe! Why is he in a suit? I mean, that's a silly question. He should always be in a suit, but he's in the fun hat! Was that all in English and I missed it because I was talking about his hat? Is Mark singing? Also the footwork! I love his voice. Wow. Wow, these vocals. Okay. Stop. I have no idea what's happening in the video. I really haven't been paying attention. That's Jungwoo. Look at the arms! Oh my god. With Dooyoung, who has the best profile I have ever seen. That's my, is it my favorite bookmark I made? I don't know, but maybe. Floor! Who is right? Honey is so cool. They're always I can't. Oh, they flying. That was a sick edit. A little bit of a slower rhythm and beat. Definitely more of a rhythmically, like almost a little bit of an R&B vibe to that song instead of the harder too bad, too bad, too bad, too bad. It's a little slower. It's a little more of a groove. And I had a good time. They seem to be having a good time. That music video was doing a lot, and I don't know what it was doing. Because I just kept repeating their names, because the more I can repeat names as they pop up on the screen, the more my brain will start to recognize them naturally, and it won't sound like I'm forcing it so much. But I am just really trying to, like, get it together. The ones I knew going in was Taeyong, Mark, Johnny. How am I counting? Jesus. Taeyong, Mark, Johnny, Haechan. That's probably it. That was all that I knew. And then I learned Taeil. Oh no, I knew Yuta too. Jungwoo, Jaehoon, and Dooyoung. Again, all of my pronunciation could be totally wrong. Please politely correct me down in the comments below. That would be very helpful. Thank you. Okay, we're moving into the performance video next. I will not be taking any notes yet. I will take notes during the dance practice. So far, there's some crazy footwork in this, and then there's some like low, groovy, like swaying, circular motions happening. There was some thrusting I was not ready for, and I don't know if it's just Mark or if all of them did it, because all I could see was Mark, and it was a shock to the system. Not in a bad way. Anyway, here we go. Ooh, that's a cool ripple. I love how they're accenting beats already. I can't with that eye makeup. It looks so good. They're doing very quick 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think he's my other favorite. Oh, I love that groove. That's interesting that they start those two sections almost the same way. Stop! Ugh. I like the groups again. Look at the feet! Oh, let's go. Let's go. How they got into that formation was really cool too. That was cool. That was really cool. There's so much happening in the background. It's much different than Two Baddies. So they start with this, and then they go down, and then watch this next section. See, there it is again. And then they go down again. And then hands up again.
Hey, yo.
That was smooth. Ooh. Wow. Oh my God. That was cool. I wonder if all of their songs have very specific hand, like symbols? I love that sound. Very interesting. I kind of didn't finish my thought when I said the background is much different than Two Baddies. With Two Baddies, we had the groups doing an 8 count of choreography that was very subtle but flowed really nicely in. They had very nice background choreography that flowed so well in the background and with music. And instead, this time, what they're doing is they're walking around a lot and they're hitting some accents. I'm gonna have to watch it more attentively when we watch this dance practice, try and pick up on more of what they're doing, because it doesn't look, it's definitely, I would say, choreographed and intentional, but it doesn't look as much, it doesn't look as complimentary, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean the way that it flowed in Two Baddies was very much if you had like a main singer in the front and how the backup singers would be in the back, like doing really smooth little choreography that accented whatever the person in front was doing. This time it felt very much like if you were taking a dance class and you had the group that was performing, and then you had everyone else sort of shuffling around in the back. That is the vibe I got from this video. But again, I will say my disclaimer, they changed costumes and locations, which means to my brain it looks very chaotic, and I can't really pick up on patterns of what's actually happening with choreography. So hopefully the dance practice is just a steady cam, we're just chilling there and I can see what's actually going on. I like this choreography so far. There's a lot of repetitive imagery. I am wondering if NCT is a group that will do a symbolism in every song, because I've noticed it now in Two Baddies, and then we got A for Ayo. I'm not sure if it's just a coincidence that those are the last 2 videos I've done on NCT, or if I'm starting to notice things about them as a group. You let me know in the comments. We're going into the dance practice. I will be taking some notes so we can hopefully talk about it together. Oh, another ripple, wow. A lot of group work, wow. This is already more complicated than I thought it was in terms of the groups and the way they're splitting up this choreography. That's so weird. like the 2 lines. Okay, they made 4 and then 3. Look at the feet! Look at the feet! Oof. See, like, look at how crazy it is who they're picking for what groups and what shapes they're making. Oh, the son of a hell. Oh my god. This section looks so... Oh my gosh. Let's go. Like, look at what's happening in the back, too. Oh my god. Oh, look at the feet! Oh my god. That was very cool. I like that they go in opposite directions. Oh no, guys. I gotta watch it again. Please don't be upset. Starting in 3, 2, 1. I cannot for the life of me figure out how they're making these groups. And it's really kind of driving me crazy. So I'm gonna keep watching it until I can figure it out. Like, this all makes sense. Yes, yes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. 1. I love da-da-da-da-da. The choreography is cool. The beats they're making are very cool. It's really the groups I'm trying to figure out. Like 4, 2, 3. That's what it is. And then 3, 4, 2. Oh! Oh! And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And then that's this part. What the Oh my god. Yeah, it's 3, 4, and 2. But the way it switches so much. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 4 and 2 are off on the side. And now we're back to 9. I like that part. Whoa! When it's fast, it's so fast. Kick. Okay. So I understand the groups, so now I can feel like I can talk about it a little bit more, but I spent so much time trying to understand the groups that I don't have a lot of notes. So we'll just go with what I have. The reason this confused my brain so much is because I'm so used to an evenly distributed number of groups or number of people in the groups. So what this does over and over and over, if we're not doing 8 and 1, because the 1 would be the soloist and the 8 people behind, or doing something a little bit different, because the soloist always has a slightly separate highlighted choreography for obvious reasons, right? 8 and 1. That makes a lot of sense to all of our brains. We nod, yes, got it. When they start splitting off into groups, that's when I was like, huh? What? Because the way it was working, we would stay in the groups for 2 to 4 counts and almost never a full 8 count. Maybe once or twice. So that's like, if you haven't heard counts before in dance or don't really know what I'm talking about, it's friggin' fast, my guy. So if we did a full 8 count, I'll count it with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a full 8 count. If I'm saying they're staying in these groups for 2 to 4 counts, that's 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. That's to go 1, 2, 3, 4, move to a new group 5, 6, 7, and move to a new group 8, 1, 2. That's why it was giving me a headache. Not in a bad way. I don't want you to think headache is bad. No. I was just trying to understand what I was seeing, and now I do. So the way the groups were working throughout this dance, if it wasn't 8 and 1 or 7 and 2, it was 3, 4, and 2, and then that would just rearrange itself. And then it would be like 3, 4, 2, and then 2, 4, 3. And it just kept switching every 2 to 4 counts. And that is crazy. And that looks a little chaotic. And that's why I mentioned how different this looks from how different Two Baddies looks. Because Two Baddies is an entire group of 8 doing choreography that's exactly the same together, with the soloist being highlighted, or a duet being highlighted, and then 7 in the back. This is not that, because not only did we have 3 small groups, we could sometimes have the group in the middle doing their own choreography. The 2 groups on the side could be doing the same choreography as each other, but then when they switch people so often, that person who's moving is now doing different choreography, which makes it actually 4 groups. Oh my god. So that's a lot to take in. And that's not even considering what their bodies are actually dancing and what they're actually doing. So let's try and talk a little bit about what they're actually doing. In the very beginning, we get a cool sort of set of ripples. We get it where it goes person by person through the triangle. We get it again as they're in 2 lines and the front line starts, then the back line starts. And then we get it again a little bit later on. Just really interesting movement within the entire group, which sort of brings us back together as a cohesive unit, because it's like watching a wave. And when you see a wave, you sort of see the whole ocean for a second. Instead of seeing like this school of fish and this school of fish, and here are some sharks. Like, you're seeing it all together, and your brain is like processing it as one big thing, moving together in a pattern, if not in unison. Because if it's a ripple, it means someone starts first and then someone starts second. Again, I mentioned it already, how we got the hand or the level changes throughout this. The first time we get it, we get everyone is down low in a squat, and we have the soloist with their like hands up, and it's almost like a warning that this is what's going to happen in this dance. You're going to see this pattern a lot in many different ways, and we definitely did. It was either to signal the start of a new section or to bring us into a new location in terms of formations, is when they would have the hands up most of the time. Also, the footwork in this is just wild and crazy, and it's very fast and very cool. And I think it works well with this music and this song, because the song is sort of so chill and such a vibe. To have that contrast of how fast their feet are moving, incredible. It also goes along a little bit with the heads. When the heads go tick tick, anytime there's that tick tick sound, they do a really quick 1-2 isolation, and it again is highlighting some of the really fast parts in the music that we are our brain is not always interpreting, because we're just floating on the overall melody and vibe that's happening and not necessarily the accent sounds. Another thing they do a lot in this is like a bouncing, and we get some like shoulder like rocking side to side, and then we also get glides with the feet. So there's a lot of either like this happening or this happening or this. That was a big motif in this dance as well, and that sort of style really adds itself to the calmer, more groovy vibe of this choreography, and not necessarily being something so intensely hip-hop. It is more of a little bit of like an R&B hip-hop and not something like Two Baddies. That's my only reference right now because it's the most recent thing I've watched from them besides this. This video did not at all go how I planned. I had to restart my camera 3 times, and then I watched the choreography twice. So thank you for surviving it with me, because it was a challenge to get this recorded today. I hope you liked and appreciated what I had to say. I hope it makes any sense to you, because it didn't make sense to me at first, but I think I've understood it now. Definitely an interesting choice with how they were doing those formations. And I'd like to watch this again and again and again, because I think the more I understand it, the more impressed I'm going to be, and that's always really fun for me. So I'm going to keep watching this. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or night. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!